When we were first married, in my home growing up, my dad, he wrote out all the checks. I can picture him sitting in the living room. I don't know why there was a desk right next to where he sat, but he would sit in his recliner chair instead, and he had one of those old checkbooks that looks like a giant ledger thing because he had been an accountant for a while in his career, and so he had the thing with the 3 checks and the ledger in the middle, and he'd go over it and he'd put that in a big box with all the receipts and everything, and he'd sit there, and it happened I don't know whether he did it twice a month or once a month, probably twice a month, I don't know, but I could hear my mother's nickname was Tink. He would say, "Tink, did you really spend $25 at the grocery store?" Which in 1950X was a lot of money. "Well, Jack, we had to do that." He'd be going through that and stuff, but that was his thing. Here's the leader of the household, and he's taking care of this. So, Krista and I first got married. Okay, that's the manly thing to do, right? I'm the man of the house. I got to do this. And things went along fine. Then, when we were first here in Pittsburgh, after a couple years here, I went back to college to get another degree. And I went to Pitt and got my chemistry degree. And I was going to school at night, and I was working full time. And I was working in my job at that time. I was spending at least 1, sometimes up to 2.5 weeks every month in Baytown, Texas, or Charleston, South Carolina, where we were building plants, and then coming back. And the church had begun in our home. And you know what? I missed a couple of things on writing checks out to, take care of things and so forth. And so my wife came to me and said, "Look, why don't you let me do this? Let me take this burden from you. You've got so much going on. Let me do this. And then once you graduate, you can have it back. No problem." I didn't like that because something in me said, "But this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm the man of the house, is what I'm supposed to do." But I acquiesced because I really needed the help. You know what we found out? She did it better. Took me a little while to be able to say that out loud, but you notice I said it and I didn't even twitch. We had never, with 4 young kids, a job that was pretty good at the time, but we weren't making tons of money. We didn't have much money. I had been unable to figure out how to start saving money. This woman, we suddenly had a savings account and there was something in it. She was just better at it. She knew how to do it in a way to do it. So when I graduated, it would have been stupid to say, "Well, now I'm the man, so I'll take it over." See what I mean? There's different giftings in these practical things in what we do. We have to take that into account. And it would be stupid for husband or wife, as you're walking through this world together, to ignore what one or the other thinks about a situation or how they assess it. You know what? God gave you both brains, gave you both insight, and has given you different ways of looking at things and of analyzing things. Not better or worse, but different. And the two make a whole. So it would be crazy not to take, both things into account.